In this video, I'm going to show you how to install and use 3 essential intrusion detection tools on Ubuntu 22.04. The first tool I'm going to show you is AID, which stands for Advanced Intrusion Detection Environment. This tool monitors file integrity, so it'll keep track of whether or not a file has been modified, deleted, or if a new file has been added to the system. I have already installed AID on my VM because it takes a few minutes to set up. So I'm going to show on screen all of the commands necessary in order to set up AID. Okay, now that you have AID installed, here is how you can use it. It is very simple. Here is the command. Normally, you would want to point the config towards the regular config file, the default config file. However, it takes a few minutes, several minutes, to comb through your whole file system. So I modified mine a little bit. So mine says, instead of .conf, it says .conf.test. Yours will just say .conf. I just want this to be a quick demonstration of what AID looks like. So let's hit enter. Okay, AID found no differences between database and file system, and it looks okay. So now let's see what happens if we modify it. So I'm just going to copy an echo command that I have prepared, and then we're going to run it again. This is the exact same command. Okay, it looks like AID found differences between database and file system. And it says that there was a changed entry. So that is how AID works. Moving on to the second tool, we're going to be looking at fail to ban. Similarly to AID, it takes a few seconds, so I'm just going to show the installation process on the screen here. Now that we have that installed, we need to configure the fail to ban for SSH protection. Copy this configuration into the jail.local file. And as you can see, what this does is it sets a ban time. You can also set a max retry. And after 3 failed login attempts, according to this configuration, the IP address will be banned for 600 seconds. Now we're going to run sudo failtoban -client status. And it looks like nobody is in jail right now. Let's run this second command to see if there's anything for the jail in SSHD. And it doesn't look like there's anything right now. Okay, I just simulated a couple of SSH entries, and it looks like fail to ban captured it successfully. So it banned this IP address for failing to log in. And the reason that fail to ban is important is because it protects against brute force attacks. All right, now let's showcase the last tool that is very useful, RK-Hunter. Again, I'm going to show you how to set it up in the screenshot on the screen. Rootkit Hunter scans for rootkits, backdoors, and other malware. So it is a very important tool to have on your Ubuntu machine. We can run a scan with this command line here, sudo rkhunter --check --skip key press. And the reason I put skip key press is because if you don't, you have to hit enter each time it runs through certain checks. So we're going to do that while skipping the key press to see what happens. As you can see, RK-Hunter scans through several important files, searching for malware in sensitive locations. It also checks for known rootkits. So we'll wait for this to finish out, and I will show you another command that highlights only suspicious items and warnings. All right, it looks like our scan has finished, and down here it says that it has checked 142 files, and it has scanned one suspect file. In order to see that, let's use this command right here. Sudo grep warning /var/log/rkhunter.log. This will show us only the warnings that it found. All right, it looks like the command has been replaced by a script. This is actually very normal because this is a fresh VM, so this isn't actually something we need to worry about. However, this is how you can look for warnings on your own systems, and this is what that will look like. All right, and that's it. Now you know how to install and use 3 powerful intrusion detection tools.